Welcome back. So today we are diving straight into the real cost of renting a car in Maui right now. Things have definitely shifted. The market looks like it's officially flipped into, well, a volatile high season roller coaster.
That's right. And our sources are super fresh, dated today, October 20th, 2025. Gives us a really good look at the weekly changes, the long-term picture, too.
And that roller coaster you mentioned, that's really the mission today, isn't it? To figure out this chaos.
Exactly. We saw prices confirm high season starting around Columbus Day, like expected. But, instead of settling into a stable peak, we're seeing these really intense swings, almost whiplash, across different car types.
Okay, let's zoom right in on that chaos then. The current snapshot from Kahului Airport, OGG for most people booking. What are we seeing right now? What's the absolute cheapest car and how's that moved recently?
Well, this week, the bottom price we logged was an economy car. It's thrifty, $377 for the week. And interestingly, that's actually up 10% from the week before.
Up, even the cheapest.
Yep. But then look at the specialties. Jeeps, they shot up 13%, over $800 now. Meanwhile, convertibles, biggest drop we saw, plunged 61%, down to $743 a week.
Whoa, 61%. That's not just a discount.
No, that's a real market correction. Inventory must have suddenly flooded back in for those.
Right. So to really get a handle on this premium we're pitching, we need context. How do these rates compare to, say, the typical price over the last year? The 52-week median, just so you know, the median is that middle price point across our data for the whole year. How much extra are we really paying for high season right now?
Oh, substantially extra. Take standard SUVs, they're running about 51% higher than that median price. But the real standout, the extreme case, is the seven-seat SUV category. This week, $1,115. That is a staggering 81% premium over its long-term median. 81%.
81%. Wow. You mentioned demand compression earlier when we were prepping. For those of us not deep in market analysis, what's that mean for a seven-seater?
It basically means everyone who absolutely needs that size, maybe a larger family, they're all fighting over a very small pool of available cars. So if you've got 5, 6, 7 people, the rental companies know you're kind of stuck. And they charge a hefty premium for guaranteeing you that big vehicle. It's guaranteed demand for them.
Okay, that makes sense. But before we move off the median data, the minivan numbers look odd. Their current price compared to their own long-term average seems, well, not that high, just a small discount, actually. But why is their 52-week median so weirdly high to begin with, looking back historically?
Yeah, that's a really sharp observation. Minivan prices today are actually 80% higher than they were just 1 year ago. It's a hangover effect, really. There was a big safety recall on some popular minivan models last summer. That created a huge fleet shortage, pushed prices way up, and that artificially inflated the long-term median number we're seeing now.
Ah, okay. So a safety issue from months ago is still hitting wallets today. That finally clicks. Let's switch gears then. Booking strategy. Because this data seems to flip some common wisdom on its head, right? Like, booking last minute, does that still save you money?
Nope, absolutely not, especially now, deep in high season. That whole timing advice, it's completely reversed. Look at this. A rental starting today, if you booked it just yesterday, 1 day out,
Yeah.
$377. But if you booked that exact same car, same dates, 36 days ago, it's only $235.
Ooh.
Yeah, booking last minute now pretty much guarantees you're paying the peak price.
Okay, so timing myth busted. What about the other classic rule? Renting off airport is always cheaper. Does that still hold true?
Well, yes and no. It
Look.
does hold for the basic cars. Our long-term median data shows for economy cars, yeah, going off airport saves you around 21% typically.
Right.
But, and this is a big but, for those specialty vehicles, the high-demand ones, the opposite can be true.
The opposite. Okay, where does that theory start to break down then?
It breaks down in those specialized categories we talked about, like Jeeps. If you rent a Jeep off airport, long-term data shows you actually pay about a 14% premium compared to renting it right at OGG. And remember those super expensive seven-seat SUVs?
That one's up 81%. Yeah.
Off-airport prices for those over the long run are 39% higher than the airport median.
39% higher off airport.
Correct. So if you need something specific like a Jeep or a big SUV, checking the OGG airport price is often, maybe surprisingly, the better deal.
Okay, this is a lot of volatility. So what's the outlook? What should we expect next? Is this chaos the new normal for Maui rentals?
Well, our forecast suggests we might see a slight dip, a brief decline after this current surge around Columbus Day, but then expect prices to climb again pretty sharply heading into the Thanksgiving holiday. The really crucial thing to understand is that the old pattern, those steady fall prices we saw from maybe 2013 to 2018, that seems to be gone. The predictive models are now leaning towards this intense roller coaster pattern continuing. We saw it last year, and it looks like it's happening again now, post-COVID, post-Lahaina. The market's just fundamentally more volatile.
That volatility really is the key takeaway, isn't it? It's interesting because, some recent data showed Maui is the second cheapest major Hawaiian airport for rentals, just looking at a simple average, like $247 a week. But
Yeah.
considering everything we just discussed, these massive swings, that 81% premium in a one SUV type, a 61% drop on convertibles, it makes you wonder, right? Is focusing on which island is cheapest maybe less important now compared to focusing on which specific vehicle category you absolutely need and critically when you lock in that booking?